Now let us work on some examples related to binomial trials. This is the first one. An unfair coin is tossed seven times. The probability of getting head is 2 by 3 and the probability of getting tail is 1 by 3. Now the first part is, what is the probability that there are exactly 5 heads? Now this is the easier one. ये बहुत easy है. Now in this case we have 5 head and 2 tails. Now probability of happening this once. एक बार ऐसा होने की probability क्या है? सारे events independent है, वो हमें दिख रहे हैं. Head आने की probability है 2 by 3. So it is 2 by 3 into 2 by 3. How many times? 5 times. So this is 2 by 3 raised to the power 5 into 1 by 3 and 1 by 3 2 times. So this is the probability of happening once. ऐसा एक बार होने की probability ये है. कितनी बार ऐसा होगा? जितने तरीके से ये 5h और 2t अरेंज हो सकते हैं, और ये 5h और 2t 7 प्लेसेस पे फैक्टोरियल 7 अपॉन फैक्टोरियल 5 इंटू 2 फैक्टोरियल से अरेंज हो सकते हैं. Now let us see the next one. In this case, it is given, again there are 5 heads and 2 tails, but tails should be consecutive. Now let us see here. 2 tails are here and it is given these 2 should be consecutive. अब यहाँ पे फिर देखें, एक बार ऐसा होने की probability वही होगी जो हमने पिछले पार्ट में निकाली है, but the number of cases are going to differ here. You can see it is the arrangement of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heads and this one group, because these 2 tails should remain intact, यानी कि एक के बाद एक tail आना चाहिए. तो 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 upon factorial 5, because there are 5h, तो 5h हैं, सिमिलर हैं, तो उनको अरेंजमेंट का तरीका ये होगा, और 2t का एक पेयर है, उसको अरेंजमेंट के लिए फैक्टोरियल 1. Again, let us go for the next part. The same question, 5 heads and 2 tails, but it is given that second tail appears after 4th toss. That means 3 heads, then tail. Second tail should be after 4th toss. That means it should be somewhere here. That is at 5th, 6th or 7th place. अब यहाँ पे एक बार ऐसा होने की probability तो फिर वही होगी, 2 by 3 raised to the power 5 into 1 by 3 raised to the power 2. But number of cases की अगर हम बात करें तो यहाँ पे हमें 4 जगह पे 3 हेड और एक टेल को अरेंज करना है. उसके नंबर ऑफ वेज होंगे फैक्टोरियल 4 बाई फैक्टोरियल 3, और इन 3 जगह पे हमें 2 हेड और एक टेल को अरेंज करना है, उसके नंबर ऑफ वेज होंगे फैक्टोरियल 3 बाई फैक्टोरियल 2. So this is for arrangement at these 4 places and at these 3 places, and this is one time probability. So this is the required probability. Let us see more problems on this. It is given here that in a one day series between India and Pakistan, the probability of India winning each match is 0.7 and that of Pakistan is 0.3. That means no match ends in a draw, and it's a 4 match one day series. Now we have to find out what is the probability of India winning the series. It is a very straight problem for us. There can be 2 cases. The win can be by 4-0 or it can be by 3-1. इंडिया 4-0 से जीत सकती है वो सीरीज, या 3-1 से उसको जीता जा सकता है. कोई भी मैच ड्रॉ नहीं हो रहा. 4 में से चारों मैच अगर इंडिया जीतती है तो उसके लिए 4C4 into probability of India winning each match is 0.7 raised to the power 4. Again, if India is losing one match, that means at 3 places it is India and at 1 place it is Pakistan, then one time probability is this into number of ways. It will be again the arrangement of these 4 and it will be 4C3. So the series can be won either in this way, that is 4-0, or by 3-1. Let us see again one more problem related to match. Now it is a test match between India and Australia. India winning each match, probability is given, it is 0.6, and Australia winning each match is 0.3. That means there is a probability that the match can be tie, that is it may happen that the match can be a draw. So the probability of match getting a draw is 0.1. Now again we have to see what is the probability of India winning the series, and it is 4 match test series. So what are the cases? It is 4-0 straight away, or it can be 3-1, or it can be 3-0, it can be 2-1, or it can be 2-0, or it can be 1-0. So these are the cases. 4-0 यानी कि सारे मैचेस इंडिया जीत जाए. So the required probability is 0.6 raised to the power 4. 3-1 means 3 matches are won by India and 1 by Australia. यहाँ पे probability जो होगी वो होगी 0.6 raised to the power 3 into 0.3 raised to the power 1. Now the number of cases will be factorial 4 upon factorial 3. Just note it. 3-0, this one. That means 3 India and 1 draw. So the required probability in this case will be what? It will be 0.6 raised to the power 3 and 0.1 raised to the power 1. And this is again for the arrangement. 2-1. What about 2-1? In this case, 2 matches will be won by India, 1 by Australia, and 1 will be a draw. Now here there are 3 outcomes. One time probability is again 0.6 square, 0.3 into 0.1, and the number of cases will be factorial 4 by factorial 2. And finally, two more cases. It can be 2 0 or 2 1 0. So 2 0 for 2 0, 2 India and 2 draw. तो 2 इंडिया अगर जीते हैं तो उसके लिए 0.6 स्क्वायर and for draw it is 0.1 square. The number of cases will be factorial 4 upon factorial 2 into factorial 2. And finally 1 0. For 1 0 that means only one match is won by India and all three are draw. So it will be 0.6 raised to the power 1, 0.1 raised to the power 3, and again number of cases will be factorial 4 by factorial 3. So these are all the cases here, and we can calculate this value, we'll be getting the required probability. Coming to the last one. A man takes a forward step with a probability 0.7 and a backward step with a probability 0.3. Now the question is, what is the probability that at the end of 6 steps he is back to his original position? Now it is but obvious that he has to take 3 forward steps and 3 backward step. उसको 3 फॉरवर्ड स्टेप और 3 बैकवर्ड स्टेप लेने होंगे अगर उसको वापस अपनी ही पोजीशन पे आना है. एक बार ऐसा होने की प्रोबेबिलिटी अगेन इट इज 0.7 रेज टू द पावर 3, 0.3 रेज टू द पावर 3. बट द पॉइंट इज द order in which he takes forward and backward step. It can be straight away 3 forward steps and 3 backward steps, but this may change. एक forward, 2 backward, फिर 2 forward, इस तरह से भी हो सकता है. So the number of cases will be huge. Again, the number of ways in which I can arrange 3 forward, that means 3F and 3B at 6 places, that will give me the number of total ways. So it is factorial 6 by factorial 3 into factorial 3. So this is the required probability. Again, the next part to this problem can be, what is the probability that at the end of 6 steps he is 2 steps away from his original position. If he is 2 steps away from his original position, that is, he has to take more forward steps, say 4 forward and 2 backward. In this case, he will be 2 steps ahead from his original position and 2 steps backward from his original position. For that, he has to take 4 backward and 2 forward steps. यहाँ पे 2 पॉसिबिलिटी होंगी अगर उसको 2 स्टेप अपनी जगह से आगे या पीछे रहना है. इस केस में वो 2 स्टेप अपनी पोजीशन से आगे रहेगा और इस केस में वो अपनी पोजीशन से 2 स्टेप पीछे रहेगा. अगर दोनों की प्रोबेबिलिटीज निकाल के हम ऐड कर देंगे, दैट विल बी द आंसर. नाउ फाइनली, अगर इस प्रॉब्लम में ऐसा है कि वो 1 स्टेप अपनी पोजीशन से आगे हो, सिर्फ 1 स्टेप. अब यहाँ पे ये देखना बहुत जरूरी है कि यहाँ पे टोटल स्टेप्स इवन है, यानी कि 6 स्टेप्स हैं. 1 स्टेप वो कभी भी आगे नहीं हो सकता. अगर वो 4 फॉरवर्ड लेता है, 2 बैकवर्ड, तो 2 स्टेप आगे होगा. अगर वो 5 फॉरवर्ड लेता है, 1 बैकवर्ड, तो 4 स्टेप आगे होगा. अगर वो 2 फॉरवर्ड और 4 बैकवर्ड, तो 2 स्टेप पीछे होगा. दैट मीन्स ही विल बी ऑलवेज इवन स्टेप अवे फ्रॉम हिज ओरिजिनल पोजीशन. या तो 2 स्टेप आगे हो सकता है, या 4 या 6 या 0. दैट मीन्स वापस अपनी जगह पे आ सकता है. तो अगर हमसे ये पूछा जा रहा है that he is 1 step away from his original position, the answer to that will be 0. The required probability will be 0. Now this is a very important concept we have discussed here, and we have discussed a very important chapters be it the use of permutation, and again the mutually exclusive events, independent, and again the conditional probability. A very different and a very interesting chapter. It is not merely based on the formulas. You need the conceptual approach to this particular chapter. Thank you, student.